everything. But let's start from the beginning. How'd you get into this space?
Well, when I was 17 years old,
Mm-hmm.
my Uncle Gary, who still lives to this day,
Mm-hmm.
introduced me to a concept called passive income.
Okay.
And I said, "Oh, Uncle, what's that?" He
Yeah.
said, "Something that you do one time, but you get paid over and over again." I'm like, "Why am I trying to go to college? I want to learn how to do that."
Gotcha.
And so while I was in college, I began to look at business models that generated passive or residual income. One of them was real estate because everybody and their mama actually had it, from Robert Kraft, Jerry Jones, all the billionaires actually had real estate in their portfolio. So I began buying real estate while I was in college. The first deal that I did, I made $3,500. And in college, that's a big time. In college, you
Sure.
broke.
For sure.
College.
For
So
sure.
then I went from 3,500 to 10,000 to 26,000, and now $35 million worth of real estate. For me, is business is always about solving someone's problem. Whenever you're buying a real estate transaction, the one thing I look at is what's the pain point? Why you want to sell for? And typically, I like buying properties below wholesale. I never buy properties at retail. That didn't make sense to me at all because I'm planning for the worst case scenario. Each and every deal that I actually acquire, I actually take home cash when I actually acquire it. Every single time. What's good, baby? It's your boy Dale. I'm back in the saddle again. Our motto is to buy, build. We already bought it already, so we already own it, free and clear. Refinance to long-term debt, cash flow. That is the motto. Cliff, man, is that a pretty strong motto, man? What do you think?
Man, the model is strong. Like, you're getting each piece of the invest, right?
What it do, y'all? It's your partners Cliff and Dale back in the saddle again for another edition of Real Estate Friday Live. Y'all, I know we're a little bit late, y'all. We were talking some business behind the scenes. Cliff, how you doing, big time? What's going on with you, baby?
Man, doing all right, man. Just staying busy, trying to get some stuff done.
Yes, sir, man. How was the week? Did we get the bag?
Yeah, we at the bag this week, man. It's a lot of trials and tribulations this week, but man, we ended up on the upside, so we're good to go.
Now, you talking about, yes, we did get the bag as well, guys. So you're talking about trials and tribulations, Cliff. This is really at the municipal or city level, am I right?
Yeah, anytime you're dealing with real estate, you got to get the city involved sometimes, and especially what I'm starting to see more is the city getting involved with rental properties.
Mm.
So anytime you rent a property out, the city wants to do an inspection and they'll look for plumbing issues, electrical, which
Yep.
is not a problem. We want to stay compliant, do things the right way.
Yep.
But sometimes getting involved with the city, they can be slow. Some of the things they ask for can be very, very small and minor, so it can slow the process down.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can, guys. It's if you don't know how to breed and cultivate relationships on a local and even sometimes a county level, guys, your business is going to flounder. Would that be correct, Cliff?
Yeah, I mean, it's best if you know the people down there, right?
Got
I
you.
mean, you could talk to them because they're busy and usually they're understaffed.
Yeah.
So you got, city of Dallas, you may have three guys doing all the electrical for the whole city. And so and they all have their preferences. So this is when
Yep.
you get into actually the details of doing projects where
Yep.
you have to deal with the city, their compliance, and the people who work for them. So yeah, it's best to get to know those people and know how to work the system.
Every single time, guys, man, it was a good week for your partner, man. Yes, I got a little 10K bag. It was good, man. It was straight. By God's grace, it's little, but I thank Him for it. That's for sure. Doing a lot of transactions right now. We're trying to get a property in Jackson right now leased out. We had to get a little bit creative on that one. And then, of course, I closed on the transaction last week in Lufkin, Texas, my hometown. I bought my grandfather's house and I'm renovating that property and then selling it to one of my family members. That's pretty sentimental. It was sentimental to me as well, also. And I'm buying some additional properties in Lufkin as well. And we're about to start a building project in Starkville as well, Cliff. So
Okay.
that's going fairly well for us also. So it has been, I've been interviewing a lot of builders and contractors for that big project there, and it's just been fairly exciting. And I'm negotiating an international transaction too. It's pretty big, and Laura said the same. If it closes, guys, it looks like it's going to close. I'll let you guys know what it is. It's the biggest. It's the biggest transaction in my career. It's the biggest. So it's pretty cool. But man, you know how we do it, Cliff, every time, man. You know, every single guys, we talk about the current market now, so we have some music for you guys. So here we go.
I am just trying to be humble. I put in work on the devil every day. I hustle.
It's time to get our hustle on, y'all, so we can go ahead and talk about this whole current market analysis. So, Cliff, man, what are you seeing in the market right now, Big Dog? What you seeing, Big Dog?
Man, right now I'm actually seeing the market, especially in the DFW area, right? So Dallas, Fort Worth, they're going sideways. They've been going sideways for a while, but right now I'm starting to see right around 500.
Yeah.
Man, you can get some good deals right now. The contracts are low. They're still low.
Mm-hmm.
People are not jumping into the market. I think it's because a combination of things that Dale has mentioned before about people's financial situation not being the best.
Yeah.
Combine that with high interest rates and high home prices. So I'm seeing homes that were probably around 515 selling for about 485.
Wow.
So there's some good deals that you can hop on right now, because I think as we go forward, the economy will get stronger, but it could be a long trajectory. I know you've pointed that out many times.
Sure.
I think Dale called that accurately. But I'm starting to see that in the market more and more. Matter of fact, I saw a home that I had to do an appraisal for, and it's not going to meet market value because I think they were trying. I think on that one it was they're selling it for 1.3.
Yeah.
And I'm at 1.2.
Okay.
So
you seeing some values come down, and that math 45 divided by 515, guys, is roughly 94%. So that's a 6% delta discount there. And I'm telling you right now, I understand that Donald Trump is going to be president, but it's going to get worse than this because of the fact that the current budget that Biden has approved is going to be more printed. Therefore, if the Fed cuts rates in December, and they may, I think they won't do that at all, period. A cut does not breed confidence in the market. It's not, no matter if it's 0.25%, because unfortunately, the bond market is really going out of whack right now. And as you said, people's savings are at record lows, the credit card debt is at record highs, and inflation not facing their wages, guys. Until you solve those two factors, you cannot see a boom on the retail side of the real estate. Do you agree if you disagree with that?
No, I agree. I mean, I think we're starting to see it. We had an original drop in the interest rates.
Yeah.
I saw actually a boom on my side, more appraisals, more applications.
Okay.
They rose for a little bit. Now they're dropped back down and plateauing. So until the bond market changes, I mean, I think we're going to be at a low transaction point for a minute.
We will. Now that boom that you saw when it came to appraisals, was that on purchases or refinances?
The boom, I saw it on a lot of refis.
Refis. So not even on sales, it's the refis as well. You saw the uptick in the activity.
Right. Yeah. Mostly,
Wow.
I saw some purchases, but mostly refis. I guess people who bought in the last year or two, trying to take advantage of that drop and trying to get their refi.
Wow, that is something, man. It's whoo, y'all. Hey, man, this is a very stagnant real estate market right now. There's a little bit of uncertainty. There's some optimistic when it comes to a new regime taking place, right, taking over right now with a different monetary policy and domestic policy. But there's still the reality of a stagnated market right now because just the fundamentals are not. The foundation is not well. It's not well, and so there's a correction coming. That is for sure, man. But man, Cliff, man, let's dive into this, man. Cliff, bro, yo, Los Angeles, man, Los Angeles. This place here, man. I gotta give them this shot because you know Los Angeles is very expensive. All right, Cliff.
Oh yeah.
I gotta begin this whole thing with this here, man. This is come on, Los Angeles. How is your home prices rising? This don't make no damn sense, y'all. But hey, let's look at the data, guys, and see what's going on. But home prices in uh um home prices in LA, they are rising. This is crazy town. But let's see what's going on, y'all. Let's see what's going on. Here we go.
The Los Angeles housing market is doing crazy things heading into 2025. And if you're a home buyer or investor, you need to understand the data I'm about to show you in this video. As you can see, folks, that home values in LA continue to go up. They're up by 5.6% over the last year, with values on a zip code level surging the most in Orange County, where they're up by almost double digits. And these values continue to go up across LA and Orange County due to a shortage of inventory. There's simply
Stop right there, Cliff. Now he's saying, and he may be right, that it's because of the shortage of inventory, Cliff. Man, what do you think about that, man? Do you agree with that premise, or is he off? Talk to me. What you think, big dog?
Yeah. I mean, at LA, you talk about what we were discussing earlier, right? About having the city get involved.
Yeah.
Now, multiply that by 10 when you get into Los Angeles. They're not letting you pass any inspections.
None.
They're not letting you build fast, get the permits done, applications, anything. I remember reading an article one time about a builder who actually built a lot of buildings in New York and some other places.
Yeah.
It took him almost 4 years to do a building in Los Angeles. He said he'd never do it again because of the environmental regulations they made him jump through, different tests, everything involved. And so it doesn't surprise me. Imagine if there was an area you lived and they basically said no more building homes. What would happen to the inventory? It would go, or what would happen to the demand? It would go up because there's nothing more. There's no more supply there. So LA's bad. It's real bad.
Jeez, let's keep it going, guys, because it gets worse, y'all. It gets worse. And I feel sorry for those that live in Los Angeles and Orange County. Let's get it going.
is not enough supply on the market. Let's take a look at this, everyone. In Orange County right now, there's 3,600 homes actively for sale. This inventory level of 3,600 homes is still about only half what it was before the pandemic. So while there's been an improvement in listings and supply that you guys might have noticed on the ground in Orange County over the last year, we're still not high enough to bring about price declines. And the reason that supply is still limited in the LA and Orange County area is because of the mortgage lock-in effect. Number one, lots of people have 3% mortgages in the LA metro and don't want to sell. But number two, there's very little new home building and development. The builders more or less ignore Los Angeles and Orange County at this point due to a lack of space and unfriendly building permit regulations.
You just said this, Cliff. You just said this right now, that because of these stupid little regulations, you just said it's unfriendly to builders, right?
Exactly. Yeah. But and we know that, Dale, like as builders and investors in this real estate game, we can move very fast. Yes, we know what we're doing. We can get the electrical, plumbing. We can move. But every time you get a half step, the city wants to get involved. And just to let you all know out there why you see that in LA. In Fort Worth, I looked to build a house and I contacted the city. 26 inspections.
Damn.
26. Now, how fast can I build a house? If me and Dale could easily go out and build 40, 50 of these, quick, move. But if we have to do 26 inspections per property,
damn,
how are we supposed to go out there and build the inventory that's required like in LA? They won't let you, man. You know that. Yeah, Dale, what you think?
I agree with you, man. A local or county inspector can either be your friend or your opponent. They can. And I'll give you an example. Now, Cliff gave you a city of Fort Worth scenario. 26 inspections is crazy. That's crazy. Now, let's go to Mississippi. Starkville, where we currently are building our house right now, it is annexed by the county. Cliff, there's no inspection permitting limitations, none. Very little. I think one or two, maybe. And now if you go into the city, it's different. City, man, it's like, good God, maybe 10, 15. But that's even still better than the city of Fort Worth. Still better than that. But it's more flexibility on the county side. So we're going to build those properties as if we are building up to a city code, but we're under the blessing of a county code to where we have limited regulations. Cliff, is that a more of a friendly environment or a non-friendly environment when it comes to real estate?
Oh man, that's friendly. That's real friendly. Anytime you can let the builders do what they do
Yeah.
and let us go in and knock these homes out, we're taking the risk, and we can actually bring down costs because whenever time we looked at a deal, we have to factor in the time, the money, and the resources it takes to do that project. And then we know that it's a city like LA. We might have to add 20% onto the costs just to be able to accommodate for that. So if you have a city that's helpful, we can bring down prices and we can build faster.
Yes.
But you'll never get a city that's for that. They love regulation. They love regulation more than the outcome.
They do because they make money. But if that leads me to conclude, if a city is overregulated, guys, that lets me know that the people running the city don't know what the hell they're doing at all, because you're a willfully impending or becoming a hindrance to your public or your private partners, because it's a public-private partnership, right? We agreed to build properties in said city. If there is not any regulations going to hinder our bidding process, that's the reason why you just heard that. Bill's like, I ain't messing with Los Angeles or Orange County. What for? I mean, no damn sense. Why would I spend more money on regulations, which adds to my bottom line that I have to account for? And I can go to Texas or Mississippi and do accounting and do it for a lot cheaper.
Right. I keep saying it. I've looked at a lot of different cities, and the city to me that does it the best is actually Cleveland.
Cleveland?
Man, Cleveland.
What?
Because they had so many dilapidated homes.
Okay.
In order for them to get those homes cleaned up and fixed and rented out or sold or whatever, they had to come up with a new system because there was too much work being done at the same time.
Wow.
So what their way of solving the problem was they tapped home inspectors and they said, home inspector, you go and you file with the city. The home inspector does.
Okay.
And so let's say me and you're working on a house. If we have plumbing that needs to get done, we call the home inspector to come out. He approves it and then files it with the city.
Okay.
So instead of calling the city and having them come out, you can call any home inspector you want.
Wow.
They go approve it and then file their approval with the city. Speeds the process up.
It does. Guys, this is not hard to do. It's just the one thing that I see when it comes to builders, and I felt pretty this early on in my career, is not being sophisticated about the details. This is the reason why you have a D.R. Horton or a Grand Homes or Lennar or Beazer Homes. Pick any builder. They're nowhere near California, nowhere near LA.
That's true.
Because of in their minds, they're saying, hey, I'm adding to my cost. It costs me money to build a home. That's why they're in the Texases, they're in the Floridas, they're in the Oklahomas, they're in the Tennessees. Oklahoma is an untapped market. Oh my God. Oklahoma is a well-oiled machine. They'll ran so effectively. Oklahoma and Cliff. I understand that Austin kind of votes more liberal. There may be a turn going on in Austin because of the fact that builders are saying, I'm out. I can't deal with these city regulations. It's ridiculous. Like, yeah, the big boys coming, the Tesla's there, which is fine. But you're seeing most of the Fortune 1000 come. Dr. Pepper, Frito-Lay, NTTA, you have Perot, FedEx. They're not setting up home bases in Dallas, Plano, Collin County, because it's better for them. You agree?
Oh yeah. I mean, we got all the headquarters down here. I mean, PGA. You know what I mean? They down here. We got Soccer Hall of Fame.
Sure do.
Got them down here.
Sure
I mean, it's low taxes. I mean, just look at the median income. I pulled it up. We were talking about California.
Yeah.
In California, median home price $947,000.
That's the median home price.
Median home price.
Trash.
In Dallas, the DFW area, it's $415,000.
Which one would you want to pay? $400,000 or $900,000?
And for $400,000 in Dallas, if you go on the outskirts, you can get 3,000 square foot home.
all day, all day, all day. It's guys, it's chess, not checkers. Too many people actually buy homes, whether you're an investor or retail buyer, and you're playing checkers when the game is chess. Play chess.
Yeah, I think they have to change their mindset
They
and
do.
not see the entrepreneurs and real estate investors as the enemy.
Correct.
Even FHA, I remember flipping during the time they made the change.
Yep.
Doing the same thing when they put the flipping rule in
Yep.
that you had to wait 90 days. Why would you do that?
That make no damn sense.
It makes no sense. Because they see investors and people in real estate as the enemy. So they're going, you can't flip a home. You're going, why? I just fixed all the problems in the house. There's no plumbing, no roofing, but FHA won't link. So I've literally seen people say, I want that house, so I'll buy it, but I'll put a down payment to you directly to rent it for you until the 90 days is up, and then we'll buy it on that day.
Yeah.
Because they have these arbitrary rules in place to stop real estate investors. And if you stop them too much, you get California.
All the time, guys. It's just, that's why I believe Tarrant County is severely untapped. Haltom City, Saginaw, Keller, let's see here.
Terrell.
Oh,
Terrell is blowing up.
Forney's blowing up.
Forney's
blowing up. I mean, if you go to a Mesquite, Forney, Terrell over in that area there, that's blowing up over there. The outskirts of Dallas is blowing up. This is the reason why I love mid-tier towns.
Yeah.
I love those investments because ain't nobody up in them boys. They're not there. Keller's kind of a sophisticated town. Trophy Club. That's exploding. South Lake.
Man, subdivision. If I were to do a subdivision, I've done appraisals. By far the biggest pound for pound discount you're gonna get Seagoville.
Seagoville?
Man, they're nothing but new construction. They are building out there. I've done nothing but new construction out there. Land, I'm talking about land 30, 40,000.
In Seagoville.
South of Mesquite, blowing up, plenty of demand.
Seagoville used to be like the hood back in the day, man. It used to be like nothing over there, man. And they clean that place up for real. Seagoville?
Mesquite, y'all who know who DFW, Mesquite got real hot.
Sure did. My God.
So people started moving south to Seagoville, where there's still some cheaper homes out there. And now it's blowing up. And the land is so cheap that they're building on it.
Sure did. Man, it is, bruh. I'm trying. Seagoville, man. I got. Yeah. Seagoville. They bounced back, man. That is what's up, bruh. Seagoville. Because when I was playing high school basketball, I'm in the Garland Rowlett area, and so we just go down 30, get on 635, and they go down to 175. You right there near the Forney Seagoville area.
Right.
And there used to be nothing out there. Nothing. Man, there's a whole bunch of houses, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Good God.
Man, I'll put y'all on something because I was involved in the early parts of the negotiations on a $200 million deal that my boy, who's a broker, was involved with, going out to where what is it? North of McKinney near Melissa, right? Y'all know DFW is
Anna,
north.
Melissa,
They're going to do another loop.
Yes, they are.
On the outskirts.
Yes, they are.
Once they get that going, so the company knows this. So you have to understand, all y'all out there, the reason why the big boys are getting in deals early is because they already know what the city is doing. The city has plans that put it out. And so you go to those meetings, you will see the big boys sending representatives out so they understand there's going to be construction here. They're going to start buying up all that land and building.
Every time, y'all. It is not really hard to understand this. It's just you got to be able to, number one, understand how to look at markets. Number two, how to locate distressed properties or distressed land, vet the deal, underwrite the deal, make sure that it's done the right way, right? Make sure it's structured the right way, and then you can close that thing over and over and over and over again. It's the next 3 to 5 years in real estate, guys. We're going a little bit before when it comes to the real estate kind of move in a second, but the more you understand how to locate distressed properties, the richer you're going to become, because I think this is the biggest wealth transfer in the history of this country when it comes to real estate. Cliff, you agree, Cliff?
Yeah, I agree. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if y'all go look at the Cash Flow Club, man, we put time into it, and we're looking for people who really want to understand how to do from one house a year to 10 house a year plus.
Correct.
Right? Because one house a year, if you know what you're doing, you can actually do some easy ones, not the sophisticated ones. We got to understand how to deal with the city. We're talking about paint carpet. You can find those deals, but you got to know what to look for, where to look, and then ultimately you got us. That's what it's there for. Ain't nothing we ain't seen.
Nothing we ain't seen.
Ain't nothing we ain't seen.
Nothing we ain't seen. So, guys, literally, guys, this is the ebook. It's Distressed Property Investing. Is right here. It's literally an ebook. It is free. It is free right here. It's all free. All you have to do is either click on the link below, or you can scan on this QR code real quickly, guys, right here, and you will be able to download the free book. It's complete. You know, nothing from you. It's free. Nothing from you. And you can learn how to locate a distressed property in your local city, county, or state. It's right there. And if you are not in a platform where you can click on the link or scan the QR code, direct message me or Cliff the word real estate. It's right there on the screen with the keys. Real estate. It's right there, guys. Right there. Now, Cliff. Now let's pivot over, man, to real quick at this here, man. Man, something else happened today, guys. We just talked about LA and their home pricing surge because of what's going on. There's not enough supply because there's no builders there. Now, Claude, let's go over to the consumer side. Well, there's a generation called Generation Z. They can't buy no damn homes. They struggle with buying homes, Cliff. Let's figure out what's really going on behind this, Cliff, and then we could then unpack how these Bamas can't buy no house. Let's see what's going on. Here we go.
Who's funding new home purchases? Mom and dad. I'm going to read both stories, Tom, and then I'll come to you, and then I'll go to you afterwards. So here's stories, okay? Who's buying new home purchases? Mom and dad. Rising housing costs could lead to an increase in parental support for younger home buyers, with 26% of recent buyers using family cash for down payments, up from 23% last year. That's a +3. According to Redfin, parents like Deb Sen say they are giving their kids money each year to help with the down payment.
Wow.
While some, like parents in Minneapolis, are paying cash for the home outright. Damn,
Cliff. So these kids ain't got no money to buy no damn house, Cliff?
Nah. I mean, look at the market. You got to look at the market. Prices, you got hit multiple times. If you go to the grocery store and that double, you go try to get interest rate on your credit card, that double.
God damn.
Man, people struggling. They're struggling. It's a tough market out there.
They struggling. Let's keep it going. Yo, you guys, we not done. Because we're going to go behind the numbers. And there is a company behind all this. Here we go. Let's get to it.
More young adults are turning to family for financial assistance, asking for cash instead of traditional wedding or baby gifts. That's actually a good move, by the way. Hey, we're going to give you $10,000, $20,000. Now help me buy the house. I like that. Or moving back home. Census data shows record shares of adults ages 25 to 34 living with parents. And then next story says young adults are holding off on moving out of parents' houses. About 1 in every 3 adults ages 18 to 34 is living with parents right now.
Jesus.
And Gen Z struggles with income and prioritizing savings. Over 50% of Gen Z adults report they don't make enough money to live the life they want, per Bank of America data that they have. Victoria Franklin, 27, chose to live with her mother after college, saving 40 to 50% of her income. Tom, thoughts on the story here?
Okay, here we go. 2 logical explanations and a punchline. The 2 logical explanations are this. First of all, you know, what we saw happen when you print a bunch of money, you cause asset prices to go crazy. And housing prices have gone crazy just about everywhere. I think national average, we were up about 37%. Places like San Diego and Austin, I think, have pulled back 15, 20% off peaks. So there's been some adjustment there, but housing is more expensive than it's ever been.
That's correct.
Number one, And number two is the building over COVID had a pulse, and building is still catching up. As a matter of fact, builder stocks, Toll Brothers, Lanier, Pulte, if you look at the indexes with those, they're doing really, really well. Why? Because they're building like mad, but the supply isn't catching up.
Correct.
And once the supply catches up in the right places, prices will come down in those areas because there's more homes available. So that's the first logical explanation, from the printing of money that increased home prices to COVID, and we didn't build for a while, and now we're building at a record place, and we got a bunch of people moving into America. I wonder from where. Different topic. Different topic. So you have a supply and you have a demand issue, which is keeping the prices up. First logical explanation. Second logical explanation is what's happening here is mom and dad are advancing their inheritance. Most inheritance in this country is tied to the value of the home. There is more. You talk about baby boomers with $1 million in their IRA. That's not typical. Most people are getting the inheritance in the form of less than $200,000 in saving, but the equity it was in their mom and dad's home.
Yeah.
So they're advancing that inheritance here. That's the two logical explanations it's happening. It's really happened. Here's the punchline. 33% of young adults under the age of 34 are still living in their parents' home. So parents are saying, what if we just advance the inheritance a little bit to get this jerk off the couch and into his own place? So parents are actually getting kids to move out using part of the advance inheritance.
You got a little bit emotional. Was that
Tom,
personal?
you all right?
Are you going through that, or is that your concern?
No.
You got good kids, Tom. Don't throw them under the bus on live podcast broadcast here.
Yeah, one of them might be watching.
Listen,
I once told my dad I'd never move out of the house, and he said, "You little bastard, don't ever threaten me like that." So it was. So it's
Will, what are your thoughts on this?
This is what's happening.
So you took it from the financial angle. I'm going to take it a little bit from more of the societal and philosophical angle. Pat, I follow you. We have something in common that
Well, before he's going to political angle, we're not in the political right now. So, Cliff, man, concerning this here, man, here's my question to you: is what Tom just detailed? What are your thoughts about what he just said?
Man, that's where we're at. I mean, you're seeing it in the numbers, right? So I'm seeing it on my appraisals. It's just the truth, right? You know, I'm seeing multi-million-dollar homes sit longer than they should. We're just not firing, right? It's almost like we're basically in a recession. Let's just call it that. Let's just say it's the truth, because it may not be technically, but I mean, if you're 2 points away from being in a recession, you basically.
Yeah, it's a recession. Yeah, you're recession.
And so until we get out of this and get the transactions going again, we need more transactions, because that's going to create more volume and that's going to create more money going. But the transaction volume is very low right now, especially in real estate. I think in other areas you may see money still moving pretty well. But when it comes to real estate, I've been saying it for a while, it's a depression. Yeah. We're at 40-year lows in transaction volume. 40 years.
Wow.
So I've got me in appraising, you know, I speak with other, you know, appraisers and all of that. I've gotten guys who said they've never seen this low of volume in their whole career.
Jeez.
Their whole career.
You've got to be kidding me.
They've been doing this 25 years. Never seen it. They said during the financial crisis, people were selling homes. So they were trying to liquidate their homes. That's why prices were going down. But there was transactions. People were selling, trying to get rid of their homes. There was volume. Now there's no volume.
None.
There's none. We're at a 40-year low in terms of transactions. No one's buying homes. Many people aren't refinancing. So, man, Tom's man, he's right.
Guys, this is the reality. This is reality. I know we gave you guys a lot of hard truths. Hard truths.
Yeah.
You know, don't you worry about it. This is not doom and gloom. We're coming back, guys. Don't you worry about it. But we have to be realistic in where we are. We're in a situation to where our economy is not doing that well at all. It's not. If there's not a lot of transactions going on in real estate, guys, you're gonna have a stagnant economy. You're gonna have a stagnant economy because a lot of the lion's share of new inventory were those properties that investors would actually acquire, renovate, and put back on the market, or you had retail buyers or sellers put their house on the market, sell it, and they go buy something brand new. Well, that stopped. Yeah. That's gone. All you have, as Cliff said, the lion's share of his uptick in appraisal orders was refinances. It is what it is. It is what it is, guys. But don't you worry, baby. Don't you worry. We got something for you, baby. Because I know y'all like, man, this is doom and gloom, man. I don't want to hear about this stuff. No, we got you. Here is the bounce back.
I'm about to bounce back. I'm about
Here
to
we
bounce
go.
back.
Don't worry.
Bounce back.
We got y'all, man. Cliff, man, you just said something that I want to tackle real fast, man, because you was talking about how we can begin to take advantage of this downtown. Am I right?
Right.
So we're gonna walk through these numbers real fast, and we're gonna show you how easy it is via the numbers, for you to be able to make some money. Okay, Cliff. Now, Cliff, I'm gonna walk through a transaction that I just did. I just did a transaction. I'm gonna walk through it. Right, here we go. Right. I bought a property, guys, I'm gonna put it over here. I bought a property right now, guys, in Lufkin, Texas. Now Lufkin is really kind of my hometown. And so, Cliff, let's walk through this real fast. All right. So I got a property right here. The as-is value was $113,000. I bought it for $84,000. So let's look at the numbers. So therefore, because remember, you make money when you buy. Am I right?
Right. Yep.
So let's look at the numbers. 84,000, right? Divided by 113, right? This is how much equity I have in the deal before I do any renovations. So that's 74. I'm doing it times 100 because I want to get that whole number. That gets me about 74.34. I'm going to say 74. So I'm going to do 100. I'm going to do that minus 100, right? So guys, right there, I have an equity I have 25% equity in the deal already. That's not a bad deal, Emma Cliff.
No.
Now, watch this. I got 90% of the loan for it. So 84,000, right? Times 90%. I'm sorry, forgive me. Yeah, times 90%. That leaves me a loan amount of 75.6. $5,600. Plus, I got $39,000, $100 in renovation budget to make it better, right? My all-in right now, Cliff, is $114,700. Am I right?
Right.
Funding my down payment. That's not bad. Am I right?
Mm-mm.
Now, watch this, Cliff. What's the ARV on this thing? 169.5. So remember, 114.7 is what I'm all in right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So $169,500, right?
Right.
The 114.7, right, Cliff? Boom. That's $54,000 of equity profit I have. It's not bad as a Cliff.
No, it's not bad.
Now watch this, because remember, we acquire, and then what we do is we kind of refinance, right?
Right.
114.7 in. So if 169.5 is the ARV after I do the repairs, that times 75%, Cliff, that's 127, 125, right?
Right.
Minus the 114.7, right? I have a profit of $12,425. That ain't bad, right?
Nah, that's getting paid to rent the property.
Yes. Now let's look at the equity with the new loan amount, because remember it's 127, 125. So 169.5, right? Minus 127, 125, right? I have $42,375 in equity. That ain't bad, is it, Cliff?
Mm-mm.
Let's say, for instance, Cliff, I did a transaction like this, let's say 4 times a year. How much equity would I actually have add to my net worth? So that's
Man, you had, what, 150,000 easy?
169.5.
Right. Yeah.
So now I have a balance sheet of profit on a balance sheet of 169.5. It's not bad, is it, Cliff?
Mm-mm.
Remember, Cliff, I actually made 12,000, right? I think it's 12,425 is what it was, right? I believe it's what it was. That times 4, I made $49,700. Get this, that Cliff, is that taxable income?
Tax free.
tax free. So I made $49,700 in 1 year. Isn't that some people's salary now? So let me get this straight, Cliff. I added $169,500 to my balance sheet that I could use to leverage, right? And number two, I also put in profit, non-tax, $49,700. That ain't bad, is it, Cliff?
Nah.
This is real easy to do. Not hard to do, am I all right, Cliff?
Nah, man, it just takes time, patience, and some understanding to pull that off.
That's all it does, guys. So I understand we give you guys a lot of bad news, but I wanted to let you guys know is even though we are seeing some stuff go on in the market that even we're like, man, what's going on here? We have figured out how to counter move. We call it the bounce back.
I'm about to bounce back, bounce back.
It's called the bounce back, guys. We bounce back. It's real simple to do by just applying what we teach you. It ain't that hard at all. Now what happens is let's go a little bit further. Remember the $49,700? Remember, it's a 3 to 5 year plan. $49,700, Cliff, because that's annually times 5. How much you've made? $248,500, right?
Yeah.
But Cliff, remember it's 169.5, right? 169.5 for added to the balance sheet, right? Now all you're doing is just doing 4 a year, 1 a quarter.
Right. Yep.
That times 5 years, you've added $847,500 to your balance sheet by doing 1 a quarter for 5 years straight. Cliff, is that a pretty good move, brother?
Oh man, it's amazing. That's how you develop wealth. That's what they're doing right there. That's all they're doing. And the bigger the deals, just more zeros.
Because once you begin doing this, Cliff, let me ask you a question. When you did 4 deals, you kind of knew what you were doing, am I right?
Yeah.
So here's my question: Did you begin to look at higher deals?
Oh yeah.
So Cliff, could this actually double if you know what you're doing?
Yeah, it does. It's slightly different because you have to look at things different. From the bigger deals, a little bit more complicated. But by that point, once you've done 4 or 5, man, you're in a rhythm. You know what you're doing.
That's it, guys. It's not really hard to do. You just got to do it. But when you do this as a solopreneur, right? Unfortunately, you're going to get crushed because you don't know what you're doing. And I mean that respectfully. Respectfully. And Cliff, do you and I make more money together or separately?
Oh, it's easy together because we can multiply.
It's not hard, guys. It's really not hard at all. I hope that example helped you guys out. I wanted to walk you through numbers. That's a real deal, a real transaction that I closed on last week. Pen to paper. I got the closed docs back here. Pen and paper. I had a phone call with my GC, who's also one of my builders in Mississippi. He's coming down to Texas to get it done for me. Cliff, 2.5 weeks done with the renovation. He's a monster. Monster. 2.5 weeks. And he's building the homes, 2,300 square foot home and that's a 322 in Starkville, guys. 60 to 90 days.
Wow.
Soup to nuts. Again, the team makes you money, not yourself. And you need a team in real estate. You really do. You want to say anything, Cliff?
Nah, man. Look, it's what Dale already pointed out. You hear me say it every week. You're only 1 deal away. And once you get that first one, man, you're going to learn so much. You move on to the second one. So you just got to start that journey, man. So 1 step at a time, but 1 deal away.
1 deal away, guys. And again, guys, this is the ebook, Distressed Property Investing. It's right here. Click on the link below. You're welcome to scan on the QR code. It's right there. It's a free ebook on how you can locate distressed properties in your city, county, or state. It's free. If you cannot scan or click on the link below, no worries. DM us the word real estate. It's right there on the screen with the keys. And our team will get you out that link. It's real simple. Now, Some people always say, Liddell, hey, I love what you guys are talking about, and thank you guys for trusting with your time, but I'm not really a real estate person. What else can I do? No worries. A friend of mine, my name is Matt Zapala, did a free presentation, and your partner is one of the case study guys that he actually uses on passive income blueprint. His name is Matt Zapala. It's free. It's real simple, guys. Click on the link below, or you're welcome to scan on this QR code, and you get that exact same link as well, the exact same video. But if you're not able to either scan on the QR code or click on the link, no worries. DM me the word passive income. That same link goes out to you from our team. Real simple. And lastly, guys, baby, you see me always look better than Cliff. It's every time. I'm sorry, y'all. You see it.
That ain't true.
You see that thing, baby. Now,
That ain't true. Y'all out there know that. Y'all out there know that.
But yo, man, no, but all seriously, we got our merch, baby. I got that bag university, or you can call it the bag, baby. Man, get your merch, man. Look fresh, cold, clean as you go ahead and close that transaction, the deal. And guys, I'm thinking about actually having a raffle for those that actually buy the merch. Right, $100 raffle to where whoever sends the pictures to us, you buy the merch, tag us in the picture as well. We'll put your name into a raffle, and we give and I look at give you maybe $50 to $100 gift card. It could be a Visa gift card, a MasterCard gift card. I know that we're going into the holidays, so again, just letting you know that's a possibility as well, guys. All right, that's it. Cliff, you want to say anything, man, before we get off?
Nah, man, just man, enjoy y'all weekend. I'm not sure if we're gonna. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be out of town next weekend. We got Thanksgiving coming up.
Yeah.
So man, catch y'all back in a couple of weeks, man. So enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I'll be here, guys. You'll see your party looking fresh, cold, clean. I'll be here because we stand here locally, guys. And so I do that now. The Thursday after next week coming up, I'm going to be eating and watching them sorry Cowboys. Pray for me, y'all. It's been a year.
It's tough here, boy. I know I got my Saints hat on, man. We struggling too, man. We had to fire a coach, so we struggling. It's one of them years.
It's not as bad as y'all whooped our ass, man. Y'all can't out-time, man.
I take that one all day.
Ass, man. I just said, oh, I'm gonna hear it from Cliff. I know, but I gotta give Cliff some props. He didn't throw it in my face. He didn't do it. But he showed Cliff because we got our ass whooped.
44-19.
Sure, he didn't even know the score. You see what I'm talking about? He didn't know the score. He didn't know the score. Pray for me, y'all. It's been a tough year. Tough. Pray for me. But y'all, man, you know me every single time, guys. Before you leave while you can, you see that thing, baby. Take that picture for your mama and guys. I was about to see you guys next time. Peace.
You are concerned about what's going on with this economy. I know I would be, man. You have the stock market not doing too well. You have inflation outpacing wages right now. And you have major companies looking at laying off a lot of people. Man, I had a friend of mine whose wife works for a major pharmaceutical company, and they're talking about laying off scientists, man. Scientists. It's getting real out there, guys. But hold on, wait a minute. It's not the end of the world for those that actually have a counter move. More than ever, it's time for everyday Americans to begin looking at a side hustle, a business for them to begin building now, and for them to be able to have the ability to pass their business on to second and third generation. Now, what business model is best for you? That's a great question, and the only person that can answer that question is you. The good news is a good friend of mine, Matt Zapala, actually did a good presentation on presenting the passive income blueprint. 3 effective ways to generate $1.5 million in passive income. The most powerful word in business is cash flow. And even a more powerful word is passive cash flow. I know because I've been able to live the life of my dreams because of passive income. Most individuals focus on commission-based, generating commission. What if you can actually generate $1.5 million in passive income that can change not only your life, but generations to come, guys. Click on the link below or swipe up, guys, and I think you'll be blessed with what you see. God bless you. See you on this side.